Welcome back to the AB Scale Project. I'm Krieger, and this is a picture of Alpha Bravo. Today I thought I'd do something a little different and talk about things that I'm not going to buy. They're valid CHUG candidates, but I'm not going to purchase them because they're not actually upgrades to what we currently have. First up is the Mastermind Creations Mentis, or their IDW rung. Now, don't get me wrong, this one is a beautiful figure. I mean, it looks just like popped out of the comics. They put a bunch of faces with it, so whichever rung you want, you got. It looks really good. It's just when you look at the size of it, and I don't have any straight comparison, but here's a picture of my DJD setup, and you see the Oslea here. That's a little bit taller than Alpha Bravo, and that's about the size that the Mentis is. Now, rung should be shorter than a deluxe, as this picture from the Season 1 poster with perspective lines added in shows you. He's actually taller than a deluxe, so he's 2 heads too tall, so he's not to scale. Now I have my custom here, and that's fine for me, but if you don't have a rung and you didn't buy the Shapeways rung and paint it, then this is perfectly feasible. But if you've already got one that's closer to scale, then I'd say stick to the one that's closer to the scale. The next one we're going to talk about is the Mastermind Creations DZEF, or their Deathsaurus. Now before, they just had the gray models out, we hadn't seen color rendering, so I thought it'd be a while before it released, and I was right. But it looks pretty good. To me, it seems kind of skinny, but the big thing is that it's about the same size as the Planet X, so it's really a toss-up between the two, honestly. If you didn't get the Planet X, then I'd say buy the MMC. If you have the MMC, it's a good one too. So they're about even. Since I already own the Planet X, I'm not going to buy the MMC. So, good toy, looks great. I haven't seen any reviews on it to know the QC or anything, but just on the visual, it could work for Deathsaurus if you didn't already buy the Planet X. If you already bought the Planet X, I'd be inclined to save your money. So I'm going to save my money and just stick with the Planet X. Next up, we're going to look at the Iron Trans Starblade. Now this looks like a pretty awesome Star Saber, and they did make their own Victory Leo for it, so it can be worked perfectly well. The biggest thing is, well, from our previous video, the Star Saber was kind of pushing the height of a G1 Star Saber. It was acceptable for the time, but we're still looking for something a little smaller, something around Jetfire size. And so the Iron Trans is bigger than the Masterpiece. I mean, by a full head. So it's just way too tall for CHUG. So I'm going to stick with MP as the winner. I don't have the MP, but I do have the HasLab Victory Saber on order, so when that comes in, we'll take a look at it, and I have a feeling that that will be our new CHUG Star Saber. Over to Hasbro Pulse, we have their latest offering for the Shattered Glass, and they got Flame War. Why Shattered Glass Flame War looks just like the original Flame War, I don't know, but my biggest thing on this, I had this on pre-order, and then I just kind of thought to myself, you know, I didn't like the RC mold, honestly. Granted, I still bought the Road Rocket, but that's beside the point. I didn't really like the RC mold, so I've already got the BotCon, so why buy it? The BotCon, I think, is still going to be superior, especially since I can compare the RC in hand against my Flame War that I have, and I'm happy with my Flame War. So if you can't get a hold of the BotCon, buy the Shattered Glass, but otherwise, try to get a hold of the BotCon. It's a much better toy. Next up is the seeker for the next wave, the Armada Starscream. Now, this should be about the same height as the Siege Seekers, so it should fit right in with the scale you want. But I'm probably not going to get it because I'm not really invested that much in the Armada look. I mean, I was before because I didn't know all the Siege Seekers were coming out, and I thought that was the best we were going to get. But now, I'm happy with the Siege and Earthrise Seekers, so I really don't need the Armada look. And plus, right now, we've only got Starscream. I'm not into the Armada. If you're into the Armada, I'm sure it'll be great. But for my money, I'm just not going to spend it on something that's not going to be on my shelves. All right, that's it for this round of things I'm not going to buy. Thanks for joining us today on the AB Scale Project. Character you'd like to see, put your request in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, ring that bell, and I'll see y'all later.